we ready for the next question? What has your experience been volunteering for the schools? Please state your activity and duration of the time commitment. We'll start with Sarah.
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What has been,
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
What has been your experience volunteering for the schools? Please state your activity and the duration of the time commitment. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's hard to finish one question and then start in on the other. I have a long history of volunteering with the schools, so it's going to be hard to put it all in a minute. I've been volunteering for 11 years since my daughter was started here in first grade, but more recently, as I mentioned, I was the Ledge team co-chair. The last 2 years, I've been on the Ledge team for 8 years, off and on, Glorietta and OIS, going back and forth. The legislative team, for those that don't know, we write letters to Sacramento and follow the big picture of funding and how that might affect our schools. Additionally, I've done so many things, it's hard to decide what to focus on. I was on the strategic planning committee. All of this, I believe, is listed on my website and in my candidate statement.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Chris Severson.
One of the best things I was involved with was the Ring Family Science Night. It's taking place every 3 years at OIS. The person that was going to chair that in 2008 had other commitments and wasn't able to, so I stepped in and was able to chair that event. One of the best vignettes, the kids love it because it's on-hand science, but one of the best vignettes, we had one of the parents that was there, and he had some ophthalmologists, and they were examining people's eyes, and he was there, and they diagnosed him with, what seemed like very advanced glaucoma, vision threatening, that he didn't know anything about. He was able to get it to UCSF, had some surgery, and they were able to fix and save his eyes. So that was very satisfying. So volunteering is great, and I do more of it.
Thank you. Becky Van Gilbert.
My research assistant is bringing me my list of things.
I was just saying, thank you. Yeah. All right, so frankly, I can't remember what I've done, so I've got it written down here. All right, so in just the last 3 years, I have been concurrently room parent, in-person instructor, and guardian parent in both of my children's classes. And I've done that for the 6 or 7 years we've been there. And for the last 2 years, I've been the chair of the parent education program at Wagner Ranch, which has dealt with issues like bullying, trying to get kids to develop new relationships with one another and be more autonomous. I've been on the technology committee. I am the founder and chair of last year or 2 years ago Safe Environmental Education Program in Rinda. I've been a volunteer, I measured AB&E. I've been chair of Friendship Day. I've been chair of hospitality. I've been a ledge rep. And in my spare time, other things that I can't even recall. Thank you.
Well, working as much as I do, it's difficult to volunteer. Fortunately, I work for an employer that is very generous and promotes volunteerism. One key thing that I've done over the past few years is orchestrate Junior Achievement Days for elementary schools in San Francisco and Oakland, specifically Gene Parker and Maxwell, where we get a bunch of engineers, we get directors, VPs at times. Everyone comes in and teaches for a day. It's been very rewarding over the years. I'm now on an advisory board for Junior Achievement in San Francisco. So that's pretty fulfilling. I get to pass off the orchestration day to day. For these schools, I've helped out quite a bit putting infrastructure over in Wagner. I've also had the fortune to chaperone a couple times. Looking forward to actually a pumpkin trip soon. So I'm trying to engage, but at the same time, obviously, this is going to be my primary focus moving forward.
Thank you. Julie Roster.
Yes, well, I've worked extensively on school budget issues since we were chair in 2004. I am currently the legislative representative for Delray Elementary on the same team that Sarah's on. I was the measuring representative for Delray on the Lonnie's parcel tax. I've been pledged up for 2 years. I was the annual fund treasurer for Delray of the annual fundraising drive for 2 years. I co-chaired Delray's annual parents party, co-chaired operations, which was the silent auction basically for our annual auction, and we were running that, did local solicitations for the auction before that,